Chapter 6079. Soon, Gyro ran up from the corridor. Seeing Charlie and Orville, he was overjoyed and bowed quickly to say hello. "Hello, Mr. Wade, hello, Mr. Wu, and hello, Mr. Chen." After saying that, he saw the unfamiliar face of Steve, combined with the other person's appearance. He couldn't help but be curious about the other person's identity. However, Gyro still knows the rules very well. With his current status, he has no chance to ask questions. So he said to Steve very politely, "Hello, sir." Steve recognized that the other party's name was Japanese. And he also got curious about the other party's identity. And even more curious about what is underneath. Seeing Gyro's face glowing red, Charlie asked with a smile, "Gyro, how are you living here recently?" "It's very good," Gyro said with a bright smile. "Everyone is very good to me, everything is fine." Now Gyro is half a free man in the dog farm. Except that he can't leave the place. He is relatively free in other aspects. Charlie patted Gyro on the shoulder, pointed at Steve, and said with a smile, "This is Mr. Steve Rothschild, from the Rothschild family in the United States. He is the guest I invited today. I'm going to take him down for a visit, and you'll make an introduction later." When Gyro heard the name Rothschild, he was immediately startled and murmured, "Rothschild family." The reputation of the Rothschild family is very high in Japan. In Japan, the three most famous English surnames are MacArthur, Shorrosh, and Rothschild. Needless to say, MacArthur, after Japan's defeat, this five-star general became the de facto occupier of Japan. He was nicknamed the Emperor of Japan. As a result, when he left Japan, millions of Japanese people lined the streets to say goodbye. It was really puzzling. The reason why Shorrosh became famous in Japan was due to the powerful tactics of his elder brother, a financial giant who single-handedly set off the Asian crisis in 1997. During the financial turmoil, just shoot the yen twice when there was nothing wrong. The Japanese suffered for a long time back then. Now those Heisei youths who have been lying down for a long time will occasionally drink too much in an izakaya, slam the table angrily, and shout Hachiga Road. If it weren't for Shorrosh, they would be the second generation of rich people now. Who else could they be reduced to working in 711? As for Rothschild, in the minds of contemporary Japanese, he is a real devil-level existence. The shadow of the legendary Rothschild family is indispensable behind the scenes. If Shorrosh just comes with a gun to grab a wave of cash from the Japanese pockets, the Rothschild family is equivalent to driving a US military tank every time. After tearing down most of the Japanese houses, even 3-year-old children in Japan know that the Rothschild family is the well-deserved first family in the world. Gyro couldn't figure out why Charlie brought a Rothschild here, let alone what the Rothschild were doing here. In doubt, a sudden flash occurred in his mind, and he thought to himself, "DMN it. When the father and son Hogwarts first came here, they called themselves relatives of the Rothschild family all day long. Could it be that this Mr. Rothschild is here to take them back?" Seeing Gyro's expression changing from confusion to shock, Charlie said, "Gyro, what are you thinking about there?" Gyro came back to his senses and said quickly, "It's nothing, Mr. Wade, nothing." After that, he quickly said attentively, "Mr. Wade, Mr. Rothschild, Mr. Hong, and Mr. Chen. If you are ready, let's go down together." Charlie nodded, then he said, "You lead the way." Gyro bowed 90 degrees, then turned and walked down the stairs. Charlie followed him. When he walked down, he turned back and waved to Steve, smiling. "This way, Mr. Steve, I'll take you to meet two people." "Meet two people?" Steve asked in surprise. "Mr. Wade, who did you want me to meet here?" Charlie smiled and said, "We'll find out when we get down."